Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about you can never do not a thing without thinking about it. Because that statement floats around a lot. Oh, I need to start thinking more before I act. I need to start thinking more before I act. You're always controlling your vessel unless you're being possessed or the good team is accessing your vessel temporarily, which we all know possessions don't last for long periods of time. It's like for hard increments, you know what I mean? So, just listening to some low vibrational music and people who are trying to grow in the in-between phase, you know what I'm saying? And then just hearing a lot of talks and conversations about how people should start thinking more before they start acting. And it's like, first you have to understand and just simplify things for yourself, right? Just only look at the physical as 3D, and then your 5D realm is your thoughts, aka your spirit realm. You know what I mean? Your spirit realm is, I call it the spirit realm. The system calls it thoughts. When you call it thoughts, you're giving it somewhere, you're giving the power and energy source to something else and not yourself. And yes, you will have other things that presents itself to you in the spirit realm, just like you have different things and different animals and creatures, things presents itself to you out here, But when people say these statements about, I gotta start thinking before I act, or they didn't even think about it before they did it, it's not possible. How many times have you moved your fingers or your toes without processing it, without you telling yourself to do it? We may do things sometimes like robotically or mechanically, like somebody has strings above us controlling us and we're doing this and we're aware of it, but we're still going through the actions. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, say you walked into a store and you just wanted to take something out the store and throw it in your pocket, but the whole time you was telling yourself, you probably shouldn't do it, but your body and your process is still going through the motion of grabbing it and putting it in your pocket, you know what I mean? We always think and process everything before we do it unless you possess. Now, these statements are true for people who like to drink. You know what I'm saying? People who like to drink. Once you are getting overly intoxicated, you have to understand that it's not the greater good that's usually going to be controlling you and accessing your vessel around those times. Unless you're a light worker and they're just protecting you temporarily, you know what I'm saying? They know you just overly indulged this one time because you normally don't. And now, the universe has sent this little spirit guys to come take care of you. Let me help them and guide this vessel for them real quick while they in this situation, because we're going to need them later down the line. But then you have the other demonic motherfuckers. They like being possessed because they already feel as if they don't even control their own vessel, They already feel as if they've been pushed over to the back seat of their own vessel, like the movie Get Out. So, of course, for them, they want to be controlled in that manner by their leader, their gods, their daddy, you know what I mean? But for us, it's different, because ours doesn't really control us. When the creator sends something to take access of your vessel, you'll realize your awareness bumped up 1,000,000%. Your chakras are going crazy, but somehow you're mustering up the strength to say and do what the fuck you need to do. You can always tell the difference, especially when you're somebody who aware and you've been in this world for a long time. I used to tell people all the time when I was little, like, I just look this way. Because I've been around a lot of space, and I know a lot of us have, where, people just will miscalculate you because they are low vibrational and they don't understand the being that's within. They just only acknowledge and address the vessel. You know what I'm saying? And I got this vessel due to the means that I got here. You know what I'm saying? That don't dictate everything that's in here. You know what I'm saying? And that's some things that we got to be aware of, these word spells. I seen something about, a sigma male, and I'm like, what the fuck is a sigma male? And as you start learning into these things, now I done heard these terminologies before, but when you are raising up and bumping up different frequencies, you're allowed to access different information, different ideas, and you're actually able to dive in on things on different angles that most other people are not even allowed to even access that realm. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like how eagles can go to certain tops of the trees, or birds can, and certain other animals cannot. You know what I'm saying? They have to be able to access that frequency up there physically. You know, not saying that they cannot go there spiritually, but I'm speaking, when I'm talking to birds and shit that way, that's 3D. So just understanding that, like, these word spells be real. A Sigma empath is literally a highly empathetic male light worker. Like, all the names and word spells will have you thrown off, because every year, 2-3 years, they come up with a new name to kind of keep it going. So you have to be aware of these things. We always thinking. You're always processing. You're in your spirit world. The 5D that people keep talking about, 5D, that's your spirit realm. They just created another name for it. 5D is your spirit realm. When you're not talking, when you are talking, your thoughts that they tell us in the Western world, these are thoughts, you know what I'm saying? That this is your spirit realm on the inside. That's your 5D. That's your 5D. It's just understanding this terminology and shit that they just put a lot of different twists on. So, like, for us, this is called grass, you know? But for my daughter growing up, now she knows this grass as McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? And then her next generation is going to know the grass is tree. You know what I'm saying? So they keep changing and altering the name, but it doesn't change the actual substance and the concept of it. You know what I mean? Meaning that they could change the name of the grass multiple times, but it's still grass, you know? Whether I'm just using grass, but whatever it is, it's still it. It's still this, you know? This is a feeding source, and you can also grow out of this. Do y'all not know or even understand how complex this motherfucking place is that we in right now? Like, it's beings that eat, this is their food source, and then we also plant and grow from here. But then you also got other ones that dig and live inside, or want to build their shit on top. We are so far into information right now that they can literally tell you that there's other beings more intelligent than us, and you'll believe it. You have never seen one, you know? Even when I was talking to somebody about X-Files that used to come on TV, you know, because they used to have to promote all that shit heavy. Star Wars was a good way to promote outer space. You know, Star Trek was a good way to promote outer space. Their definition of outer space. My definition of outer space, and the creator's definition of outer space, is outer space outside of this vessel. I'm outside. Anything outside of this vessel, my inner space, is my spirit realm. That's inner space. This that I'm operating in right now, this is outer space. My car, that's my spaceship. That's my motherfucking spaceship. So once you start understanding, like, if you have a great leader, a great dad, a great father, you know, a great mentor, somebody that you following, they're going to bring you as much clarity as possible. They're not going to have you confused and then giving you misleading information and then not correcting the information, but still throwing other weird, witchy tactics and other sources of information out there. Like, we all know Christopher Columbus ain't discovered this shit, but the system, they never pointed the finger at the fucker who had decided to put it out there, right? But let something happen to something else, and they're quick to have a source to point the finger at. You know what I mean? So that's how you have to all understand, like, these spells are real. These spells are real. A lot of things we don't have to complicate as much as we do complicate, but then some things you do, because we deal with a lot of witchy motherfuckers. So when you got witchy motherfuckers in your space, and you are trying to present the best energy, the best parts and version of yourself that you can bring to the other beings and people around you, and then you got people just pushing that shit to the side and they hitting your ass with a karate chop or stabbing you and cutting you. Yeah. It's like they want to turn everybody into those pit bulls that they fear. You know what I mean? The pit bulls that they fear, the ones that they don't want in nobody's house, the ones that you gotta pay $300 and $600 to move them into your apartment or your house with you because they are banned like niggas out here. Pit bulls is the animal version of the niggas out here, you know what I mean? So, as I'm speaking of dogs, see how the universe works? Y'all might not even be able to hear it, but they're going crazy right now. But this is the process. Just understand that you always thinking. Don't use those spells. Don't use those spells. Remove those spells. Once you start knowing what's being said and what's being done, you have to do a better job yourself at acknowledging it when you say it and correcting it yourself. Even if you're in your own space, you know what I mean? You still make that correction. We want to give as much power and fuel to the greater good, to the natural flow of this life out here, opposed from continuously energy feeding these witchy motherfuckers and this witchy shit out here. You know what I mean? No, you ain't gonna be able to stop the chemtrails and them poison in the sky right now, but what you can do is you could stop shopping at fucking Walmart. You could stop shopping at Target, which I hate to say, but you could stop shopping at Target. You know, it's plenty of things that you could take the small steps to do. While if you're gonna be, like when people say don't complain about the president if you didn't vote, that's a witchy ass statement. We all know the system is witchy, so when people say statements like that, you cannot hold no validity to anything that comes out their mouth. If you do hold any validity of it, you're gonna have to hold it at an extremely low portion. Extremely low. Extremely low. It's not our job to constantly lower our vibrations. If they don't want to catch up and get up here, then you have to be the asshole. You have to be the dick. You have to be all of those new words that they created for motherfuckers who got boundaries, principles, morals, and values. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about all that shit. You could call me every name under the sun, and I guarantee you I'm still gonna be out here smiling. I'm still gonna have a big heart, and I will still knock your motherfucking head off. It's the same way. It doesn't change anything. That's where I get confused at with people. So, and that's what also helped me understand that this was bigger than just people. This is a spiritual battle, you know? You don't have to be a firm believer in, you know, Christianity or Buddhism or Islam or any of these other religions to understand that, okay, this one has a certain thing that connects to the source. This one has a certain one that connects to the source. This one has a certain one connects to the source. Clearly, there's a fucking source we all fuck with and we follow. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a damn if you in Cali, Australia. If you vibing the way I vibe, I'll fuck with you and I'm gonna ride with you till the wheels fall off. That's how my shit is set. So, but the words are spells and spells are real. You know what I'm saying? We always processing before we do anything. Unless you are possessed by a demon, the opposition, you will most likely always be aware, because the creator is going to turn your intensity up. He's going to turn all that vibration is going to turn all your shit up. And you may be your body may be responding a little nervously, shakily on the outside and doing these little things, but spiritually in the inside, you just got so much strength to do what you had to do, to say what you had to say, you know, to create that space that you was aware. And then what happens is that becomes a checkpoint. Chick, chick. So later on in your life, you're going to use that as an example of how you received your strength, where you got your strength from. They cannot turn this awareness down. I don't know what's wrong with these motherfucking beings out here sometimes. You know, that's why they gotta work so hard to keep their foot on our neck. You know, so I ain't wanna run it up too long, you know what I'm saying? I'd be up here all day. But I'll tap in everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.